Hi everyone, welcome to episode 5 of the Trading Without Borders podcast. So I remain your host Tomobi. For this episode, we will resume back to our discussion on trading goods. So just a quick recap. I'd started discussion on trading goods. That was episode 3. My episode 4 and 5 focused on the intra-African trade fair, so I did highlights on that. So for I'd stated that the AfCFTA agreement is divided into some protocols. So we have protocols on trading goods, trading services, investment, intellectual property rights, competition policy, and dispute settlement. So I'd started discussion on trading goods, and I had also mentioned that you have to be an approved exporter for you to trade under the AfCFTA. So for this trading goods, we will be looking at what we call the rules of origin. So the question to ask yourself can anyone just trade any goods or products within the AfCFTA? So is it just any goods? Is it free for all? Or I just decide, my country is a member of the AfCFTA, so can we just take any goods or products and just start trading? So this is where the rules of origin come in. The rules of origin basically just the criteria to determine the origin of a good, like the nationality, where was it manufactured or produced. So that is where the rules of origin say. So they are set criteria for you that has been set down before goods can be traded within the AfCFTA. And why is that? So that just to check that your goods are eligible for the preferential treatment under the AfCFTA. So, if a good is being traded by, or a good was manufactured within an AfCFTA member state, of course there are some preferential treatments that the goods will be eligible for, unlike a good that's being produced or manufactured in a non-member state that will still be subject to some restrictions and duties. So that's what the rules of origin is. So there are two set of criteria for products under the AfCFTA. That's for the rules of origin. So how do you determine the origin or the nationality of a product? So the two set of criteria are: one, we have the products must be only obtained within an AfCFTA member state, or it must have undergone substantial transformation. So there are only obtained criteria and substantial transformation criteria. Only obtained is basically the goods or the product has been only obtained in an AfCFTA member state, or that's just it. It's been produced. It's only obtained. You can get it from that. It's gotten from an AfCFTA member. So an example that I'll give is a live animal. Maybe let's say, for example, in Ghana, a live animal that was burned and reared in Ghana. So that's only obtained. That satisfies that criteria. Then for substantial transformation, that means the product has been sufficiently worked upon within an AfCFTA member state. So we're looking at what sort of operation will be considered to be a substantial transformation or substantially worked upon. And there's also some set criteria that is used to determine that. For example, they're like looking at the value added. They're looking at content of non-originating material in the product, the change in tariff heading, and of course specific processes. These are basically what will be used to determine, to check the criteria that's to eligibility of a product. So what we're going to do is the next episode I will be spotlighting some products. So we are going to look at some products to see what to just examples of only obtained. Then for the substantial transformation, that we'll look at, and we'll do some calculation to see the extent, the operation that will be carried out on it to enable it to qualify for preferential treatment under the AfCFTA. So this is where we ended for this episode. Thank you everyone for listening. And somebody had reached out to me last week requesting that I should, in respect of data of trading within Africans, and I had referred that if you listen to the first episode, that the introduction to the AfCFTA, I had shared some data in respect of trading between Africans and trading between Africans and non-African countries. So you can listen to that to get more details for that. So for now, this is where we end it for this episode. You can still reach out to me if you need me to discuss on if you need any information or more details. So I remain Omobi, and just like I said, this is the podcast is for educational purposes. It's not an expert advice. Please reach out to me or seek out your solicitor if you require expert advice in respect of it. Thank you everyone for listening. Enjoy the rest of the day. This is I'm recording this on the sunny Wednesday afternoon in Lagos, Nigeria. All right, till next week Thursday. Bye bye.